Okay, we should be live. Hello everyone, this is Arafel playing Commander Keen Invasion of the Vorticons, Episode 3, Keen Must Die. Recording session before this went a little longer than I was planning on, so a few minutes late, but in any case, something I noticed while I was backing up my save games here, which I should have realized sooner. You have actual save files in the game directory, and if you know what they're named, in this case it's saved number.ck3 for Commander Keen Key 3. These are your save games, so I can actually look at the directory listing to tell when my last save was. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. It's weirdly finicky about whether it wants to accept. So, my last save game was 7, but I wanted to start from 6. F4 was the joystick? Yes. Yeah, I wanted to go to, if I can remember how to get there again, the mountain stage, and explore the innards. Again, that's if I can remember how to get there. Okay, here we are. So the way you're supposed to beat this, or not necessarily supposed to, but the way that actually works, is if you climb up the mountain, go across the top, which is pretty easy to do, even with the pogo stick regularly. You don't have to use God mode to get up here. Okay, there's a bunch of Horde ninjas up in the corner. So that's where you can get to if you can bounce across the clouds. But yeah, I wanted to go inside the mountain, take a look what's actually in there. I'm going to leave God mode on just so that we can explore without having to worry about dying. And here we are. See, it branches out already. Let's use left-hand roll. There's one of those things. I don't think they're even obstacles. I think they're just like almost decoration. Here we have these oversized bouncy balls bouncing around and shoving you potentially into the spikes. I'm pretty sure stalactites and stalagmites will kill you. There's a Ford Ninja guarding some Ford Ninja plushies. Is that? Yeah, that's a nearly invisible platform there. So this game does have them. They're just differently indicated than in Game 1. Game 1, you just had the... yeah, Marined on Mars. You had invisible blocks where just the top corner was visible. Looks like in this game, they kind of blend in with the background instead. And that's the only one I've noticed at all. But also the clouds are sort of like invisible platforms. But they are visible, they just don't look like you should be able to stand on them. Okay, so this is passable. That probably would have killed me if I didn't have God mode. Let's see, left-hand roll says go that way, but nothing there. Another dead end. Yeah, and this is just one big dead end here. Or a series of dead ends, really. Note that God mode does not prevent you from getting shoved around. It just keeps you from taking damage. is this coming up? I don't know. I saw my graphics software suddenly appear in the taskbar, and I don't know why. But the YouTube window tells me the stream is streaming, so... Oh, keycards. Wait, how did you get to the ammo? Did I not already explore all the branches up here? Yeah. Yeah, that seems to be inaccessible. Unless you get to it from the exit door that you get to by going over the mountain? That doesn't make sense, does it? Maybe it does. Maybe it's a reward for going back into the mountain after hopping over the level. I guess I could check that afterwards. Alright, left-hand roll. So named because if you're exploring a cave or whatever that you don't know what it is, you put your left hand against the wall and keep following along it. Of course, we're not literally putting our left hand on the wall here, but same principle applies. There's also the right hand roll, which is the same thing but in reverse, where you go to the right hand wall instead of the left hand one. Alright, here's the second key card. So that implies there will be locked doors, and that you'll need to collect all the keycards to even have a chance of finishing the level. But again, as I recall, it's either intentionally designed so it's unbeatable, or they messed up the design again so that it's unbeatable. Yeah, like here, that's definitely a spot you can't go through. Whether that's deliberate or not, I don't know. Yeah, that looks like it would be almost impassable. Not quite, but if the stalactites and stalagmites do kill you, which I think they do, you'd have to be very precise to get through here. And there's nothing there anyway. Nothing here. Nothing there. Inches. Yeah, have I already explored everything I can? Or was there another branch I haven't checked? I haven't been here, so... there must be more. Yeah, I think back there was the fork near the entrance. So we're getting more branching out now. Okay. That branch goes nowhere. That's just a little dead end right away. And we're back to where we started. Yeah. Level's unbeatable. Unless you do this. Which again, I think this was meant to be a shortcut rather than the only way through the level, but it worked out this is the only way through the level. So if you want to go through here legit, you'd have to do something like this and then not hit your head on the spike on the way out. Again, this would be nearly impossible to get into. Assuming the spikes kill you, which they probably do. I'll check after looking around, just to make sure. More ammo again. But yeah, this doesn't connect to anything. If I do GOT, God mode disabled. And check again to make sure that the ones on the top also kill you. Which, like I said, I'm pretty sure they do. Oh, no, the top ones are just decoration. That's kind of odd. Oh wait, I still have God mode on. That's why. Yeah. So yeah, everything will kill you. And this time lowercase works. There must be some kind of weird quirk of DocsBox. Anyway, let's continue from the save point that we actually saved. Oh, that's interesting. Instead of pressing S4, I just pressed the button on the controller, and it brought up the calibration thing on its own. Which makes sense. Okay, this is... looks like another error in map design. So I think this is where the key to the Standard Galactic Alphabet is. Yeah, here it is. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. Kid Vorticons everywhere. Annoying. And there's a Vortimom. I think... yeah, they always turn around when they shoot. Which means if they're facing you, then you're safe. But yeah, this is too high to bounce to. I'll just go over and check if there was anything else here. Oh, God mode also protects you from those. Oh, there's a little doodle on it. That's kind of neat. Pretty sure that's low enough to bounce to. Can I... oh, my blaster shots are low too. Alright, God mode off. But yeah, this is the key to the Standard Galactic Alphabet. All letters from A to Z. And like I've mentioned, a lot of them sort of look like their English equivalents. Well, Roman letters, really. Like your E kind of looks E-ish. Your I looks like an I. Your J is kind of weirder I. Others not as much, like... that kind of looks like an upside-down Q, but your S sort of looks like an S. Your T looks T-ish. Y looks like a Y. Or no, that's the X. That kind of looks like an X. But yeah, if you can get past the Vortimom and get up here in the first place, which they seem to have fouled up the map design again. I'm putting on God mode just to not get stunned by these things. Okay, back to our regular scheduled gameplay. We're going into a cave, we need to watch out for the spikes. Okay, here's an exit, but it feels like there's a lot more to the level. And I fell past something up there already. This feels like one of those levels where you need to already know where you're going to get everything. So I'm just going to use God mode to explore. Here's a bunch of blaster shots, some 4 ninja plushies. So from here, yeah, you want to fall on the right side, then come back to the left to get here. Not fall in the water, because that'll kill you. There's one of those invisible platforms here, or almost invisible. And another one there. There's some more cake up here. Yeah, I think if you want everything, you want to go back to the right and fall over here. Maybe not. You could probably get across that. No, I don't think you could, with the way it sticks out. So I guess if you want everything, or as much as possible, you'd want to go to the left. It's Vorticon. But yeah, this isn't really a challenge stage. The challenge is getting as many points as you can, not surviving. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I think if you want as much stuff as possible, you want to fall down to the left here. Go up to those. Come across here. More candy. Yeah, but here you don't have any choice except to keep falling. Oh, there's an invisible thing. Yeah, there's a few more invisible platforms here, so I think you can get at least part way back up. Like right there. And you'd be able to pogo from here over to that. This looks like the bottom of the stage. So from here you'd be able to pogo up to that. From there you'd be able to get here, then over to the left, onto this. I think you can get up that from there. Let's turn off God mode and check. Not quite. You could maybe pogo out of that. But yeah, like the Secret of Linkeen one, not much danger, whole lot of points. Can you go behind the entrance? Or exit, rather? So it looks like there's more stuff there. Alright, it was already here, that was points. I think I might be able to... Yeah, you can jump over it. And again, don't need God mode. That was mostly just for flying around the level. I could feel silly if there's nothing up here. But it feels like there has to be, right? Okay, another Ford and Ninja plushie and 2 shots. Plus a few of the stuff that was up there. Can you jump that? Yes, you can. And 4 of those is 1 life, so you don't even need anything else. So assuming you can make that jump reliably, you can just farm for infinite shots there. Collect more points. Yeah, you could theoretically get infinite points just by collecting a bunch of stuff and then go getting yourself drowned. Infinite shots, infinite points, infinite lives. Too far. I want to see if I can actually do this. Yes. And I messed that up pretty badly. And yet you might be able to get up from there, but if it's possible, it's incredibly difficult. And that was the secret level. Now we just have to wait for Messi to come back. Really, that's my big gripe about the secret level in this game, is that there's so much waiting involved in both getting there and getting back. Game 1, once you actually figure out how to get there in the basement of the one stage, it's just you go through the teleporter inside the level, then you pop out right outside the secret level. Once you're done with the secret level, you go through the teleport that's right there, and you're back to the main part of Mars. No fuss, no delay, it just happens. All you have to do is figure out what needs to be done and do it. Here, you have to figure out what you're doing and also wait around and then wait some more while Messi swims around the planet nibbling on the algae. Or kelp. Or other seaweed-type grasses. I don't know. It's some kind of stuff growing in the ocean. Game 4, again, it's pretty instant. Alright, so save game 8. We have only one stage left, and it is the boss stage. And you're just thrown right into the boss fight. No, it can't be. Mortimer McMire. Mortimer has been a thorn in your side for as long as you can remember. Your IQ test score was 314. Mortimer's was 315. He always held that over you, never letting you forget for one day. Again, we have Saturday morning cartoonishness here. That I don't think that's even a score you can get. And even if you could, 1 point difference would mean nothing at that save, especially that high. Practical jokes, mental cruelty, swirly, Siege Mary makes your teeth grit harder, and now he's out to destroy Earth. Alright, Mortimer, what's the problem? Why destroy Earth? You and all those mental wimps deserve to die. I'm the smartest person in the galaxy. Are you, though? Because I'm not saying it. Of course, other than building space tech, Commander Keen doesn't seem terribly smart either. On the other hand, he's like 8 or something. The mangling machine. I think you need to shoot the... Yes. And you also need to watch out for the thing shooting at you. Yeah. Do we have to watch the... Okay, we don't have to watch the whole intro again. Yeah. I don't like this boss. Part of it is you really can't dodge very well. Yeah, if one of those decides to throw a sonic wave at you, you just basically get hit. At least there's a safe spot here on the very edge of the platform. Okay, you can't shoot through him. Didn't think you could. You can't shoot through the nose. Can't shoot through the arms. Alright, got it. Alright, this is a safe spot if I'm in the right spot. Check the timing to make sure it makes sense. Okay, got through there. Yeah, you need to jump just the right height and with just the right timing to shoot through that. Can I hit the... No, it looks like it's solid behind that. I was hoping I could shoot the world's worst singer monster thing. Yeah, it's an interesting idea, but the design of it just makes it so frustrating. And yeah, I messed up the timing there. I wonder, can the God mode protect you from that? It'll obviously protect you from being shot, but... Oops. Yeah, you need to be at just the right height. Okay, looks like God mode does protect you from crushing. Which is interesting, because a lot of games invulnerability does not. Yeah, part of the frustrating part about these guys is they're just so random. You need to be right on the edge of that to survive the shots coming from above. But the platform is wide enough and your hitbox is small enough that you can. So definitely go for it. Okay, one leg starts going up after the other one comes down. Use that to time it. Two more targets to go. Okay, we got a one-up noise. Wait, did I not hit the bottom left one? Or did it come back? Either way, need to go back over. Also, this robot is visually impressive and kind of a pain as a boss fight, but is it really destroy the Earth's genius caliber, whatever? Okay, still can't shoot them. I think now I want to hit the heart. Okay, 2 down. Oh, just touching those kills you. I guess that makes sense. Instead of level geometry, they're damaging sprites. Which would be why they don't kill you when you're in God mode. Although I'm not sure this game has proper crushing mechanics to begin with. Okay, got through. It would really help if you could shoot through the arms. Okay, you have to time this just right and be at just the right height, and also not having the sound waves coming at you. Okay, there we go. Also, it looks like this is a safer way to shoot it. Again, it needs to be just the right height. Zot, zot, zot. The robot is gone. Mortimer McMire is presumably dead. Except is he? Of course not. But the brainwave belts are no longer controlling the Vorticons, so they are freed of their mental enslavement. We have a Vorticon politician, we have Vorticon reporters, with Vorticon suits and Vorticon cameras. In honor of your meritorious service in freeing us from the Grand Intellect's mental chains, I and the other Vorticons you haven't slaughtered want to award you the Big V, our highest honor. Thank you. Yeah, later games will expressly make his weapon a stun ray. There, you got a big V behind his head, and for now. Yeah, Vorticons are kind of cute when they're not trying to kill you. You have finished the final episode. Did you find the secret city in episode 1? Did you journey to the secret island in this episode? Did you write down the Galactic Alphabet and read all the signs in all 3 episodes? Ordering instructions. The end. Okay, I could have sworn this game had the sequel hook in it directly, but I guess not. Other than the question mark. Oh yeah, this was the entire first trilogy, Commander Keen, Invasion of the Vorticons, consisting of Episode 1, Maroon on Mars, Episode 2, The Earth Explodes, and Episode 3, Keen Must Die, in which she did repeatedly. Luckily, we are using video game logic, so repeated death is not that big a deal. As long as you can get extra lives, which are relatively easy to get with how prevalent point items are and how the snack bars apparently are worth 5 times what they're supposed to be. After this, there is a weird interlude game called Keen Dreams, which does something close to the second trilogy's engine, but has a lot of wonkiness that doesn't fit anywhere else in the trilogy. And it doesn't fit into the whole. It's almost like a side story. It doesn't fit into the overarching storyline at all. It just kind of is there. It does have digital sound blaster, whatever. It was apparently supposed to have digitized music also, but the higher-ups insisted that the entire thing be able to fit onto a single floppy disk, so they had to cut that out and possibly some other content, which is kind of a shame. It was supposed to have at least a title music, something called You've Got to Eat Your Vegetables, which will make more sense when we get to the game itself. The tune itself was reused in at least Keen 4 for some of the water stages, if nothing else, so it's better known as the Derpfish music. Or Dopefish, sorry. Derp wasn't a thing then. Was it? Wait, yeah, Dopefish. The Dopefish stage has that music, but apparently there's a version of it out there that has actual lyrics. But in any case, this has been Trilogy 1. Next week, I think I'll take a break from Commander Keen, do some Zelda randomizer, and then come back to Keen Dreams after that. So come back then if you're interested. Check the archives if you want to see the rest of Commander Keen First Trilogy and all sorts of other stuff. It's pretty random what I feel like playing now and then. I get a esoteric mix of pretty much anything. Currently, I'm posting on Mondays and Thursdays playthrough of Rain World, which it was called a Metroidvania. It's almost more like an open world survival horror game, except you're playing as a cute little critter. Yeah, check that out. It's a neat game, and enjoy your weekend. Until next week, this has been